Michael Adams. I'm your Secretary of State and Chief Elections Official. I want to congratulate Kentucky on a successful election. As it happened, the first election I supervised in my term of office happened to fall during a pandemic. It's been quite a hazing of the new guy, but I'm very proud to say this has gone very well. Very few reported instances of any irregularities. Everything's gone very smoothly. We've certainly worked very hard, not just in the past week, but going back several months to plan this, and I'm very pleased that it's gone so successfully. Well, my office has only actually received about half of the county reports, so we'll put that information out later today. I don't have any numbers to give you yet. I think we're on track for roughly 32% turnout, but we'll know more in a few hours.
And how does that compare to previous elections, specifically primary?
Well, it's far beyond what we saw in 2018, 2016, 2014, 2012. You have to go back to about 2008, 2010 to find anything even comparable. Just real quick, let me add this. The numbers that we're seeing for this election are similar to what we saw in 2008, and here's why that's important. In 2008, when Kentucky voted, we still had an ongoing race between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. They had not yet been decided. Obviously, the nomination's been decided for the Democratic presidential contest, but we're still seeing a similar level of turnout. That's pretty amazing.
What was the biggest struggle or difficulty this year?
Certainly, it was not just the logistics of changing the election method, but informing the voters. The thing I was most worried about was not so much the fraud, but the confusion, voter confusion. We had a big lift to try to get the message out to Kentuckians about what their options were, to correct misinformation that was being put out by both sides, unfortunately. That's a big challenge when you're on lockdown. You can't travel the state. You can't do a lot of in-person outreach. It was a real struggle for us to get the word out across Kentucky to people, for them to know how to vote. The postcards obviously helped, but both the governor and my office, I think, did a good job of doing very aggressive outreach to make sure people knew what their options were. And clearly that worked. We'll know more tonight what the hard number was, but approximately 85% of votes were cast absentee. Every single one of those people had to be informed, not just that they could vote absentee, but how to do it correctly. It's a little complicated to sign those envelopes in two different places. We thought we'd have a lot more ballots that had problems than we did. Only an infinitesimal number of ballots had problems, and a lot of those were cured.
You said you weren't concerned about fraud and that things went pretty smoothly, and it was